the school board meeting.
Oh, yeah, live.
Should we stand up there and call it up? Okay.
All right, I'll call this portion of the meeting together as our committee meeting, and we do have a presentation tonight in recognition of Ronnie Schuler. So we'll ask you to stand up there. We'll probably get a couple more pictures.
Thank you, Jess.
Congratulations, Ronnie.
Thank you.
16 years of service to St. Croix
Coming
Falls
into
School District.
with this gentleman
I'll go over here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We will miss you.
Great job.
I miss you people. It's time. It's a season change.
All right, next we have the swearing in.
Somebody have the.
Yep, Lorraine's got it.
Thank you.
Yep, just come on
Yep,
up
come
towards
on.
Ronnie. Perfect.
All right. Jess, do you want to read the official oath?
Yes.
Okay. No, you don't do. I do. There you go. Have the official oath.
All right. I, Jessica Milkey, having been elected or appointed to the office of school board member, swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Wisconsin, and will faithfully discharge the duties said office to the best of my ability. So help me God.
All right. Thank you, Jess. We'll swear you in, or consider yourself sworn in. We need to notarize those.
That's correct.
Okay.
I'll take care of that business.
All right, and then, Jess, it would be my honor to. Yes, you're gonna do fabulous.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to public service.
Yay, Jess,
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome to stay in the audience if you'd like, Ronnie.
I think I'll get back to my family, but I appreciate the offer.
I figured that'd be the case.
Yeah. It's the same.
All right, welcome Jessica.
Thank you.
Right there, get Craig back.
Thank you.
Is she gonna give a device?
She's got one. I gave her a paper copy for tonight, so we don't have to monkey with it.
Perfect. All right, so moving on, we'll discuss the future board reorganization and swearing in timelines.
Yeah, so one of the things that I had put in the board update to you, and Lorraine and I had a conversation on this topic too. So statutorily, and one of the reasons this board meeting is moved to the last Monday in April is because that's the last possible date a newly elected or re-elected board member can be sworn in. They can technically be sworn in an informal ceremony, just come into the district office and I could swear them in as a notary and sign off, or Lorraine could, acting as the district clerk, could swear them in and get it signed off by a notary anytime after the vote has been canvassed and certified to the last Monday of the month. I think the district had engaged in doing it on this and making the board modification so you can have a public, representation of a new board member or re-elected board members coming in. The point is it's not necessary. So that would mean it's possible, if the board would like, to maintain our second and fourth Wednesday scenario for board meetings for April and have the new or re-elected board member sworn in on their own volition between when the vote's certified and then prior to that fourth Monday. So I thought we would simply talk about that. Changing it wouldn't be anything super substantive. It would just be maintain our normal monthly schedule rather than changing it to a Monday evening, which clearly we're going to do it one way or the other. So just wanted feedback on that.
Yeah, I think, in my opinion, it would be, I think we would try to keep the second and fourth. We used to do that way back when.
Yeah, before me.
Yeah, probably before you made the change.
No, no.
We used to, figure it out so we would have our, meetings the same. I think it probably was what you said, the newly elected board members would go and would just be sworn in. And then, we would recognize if a board member was leaving, we would recognize them at their last meeting, and then the next meeting we would have a new person.
Right, and then any outgoing board member their term would be done then officially, they'd be complete by, after the votes canvassed and that person's sworn in. So it would likely be by the second meeting in April, they'd be done after their first meeting in April.
Anybody else have any comments?
Makes sense?
Might be early for me to chime in, but I like that, and not all the bells and whistles. I really need that,
Yeah, so what we'll do is, I have a note on my calendar to develop the next iteration of board meetings for approval for next year, so you'll see that coming in May. I'll plan it out so that it's the second and fourth Wednesday, and then we'll communicate anybody that would be up and reelected, they have to be sworn in again to their next term. And then clearly there's not a lot of consequence to that. So they would just have to stop in the district office anytime after the vote's been canvassed or certified up until the on or before the last Monday in April is what the statute says. And of course, between Lorraine and I, we can help you remember to swing by and get that taken care of. And new members, just for the reference of the rest of the board, I think you know this, but just to go over it, like when Dawn was newly elected and with Jess, I reach out to them and spend some time, an hour or two, going through a lot of very rudimentary board sort of things as well as district sort of things, so that that's an opportunity then too, that they could be sworn in at that time if they're a brand new member. So that'll work. Thank you.
Very good, thank you. We'll move on to the FFA Canada trip, the annual trip.
As usual, status quo, obviously post-COVID that is. We're looking at the same time frame, same date, same location, same everything, up to 10 kids going.
All right, that was in our packets. Is there any questions, comments about it? If not, we can move on. Personnel. Have you sent out a report?
Yeah, so Lorraine put that together, simply a rolling total as of April, where we're at, new staff and individuals, new/moved around in different positions, and then individuals that have left the district. And you can see that some of those, there's going to be overlap because we've had some turnover, for example, in aides at the middle school and that sort of thing.
So new meaning new this year.
Correct.
All these people do.
Yes, correct.
Well, then there is a small section of who left. Any questions or comments on that?
What did we decide as the cadence for review or receiving this information?
We had tossed around quarterly, and so that's what our plan would be. And arguably, if we don't see a ton of modifications, I might just say nothing's changed, or we can just insert the report again. So this is not really a huge deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
And again, it's just for us as board members to have an idea of, who's new. We don't approve the contracts for these people, these positions. So just for us to have an idea of who's coming and going in case you hear names and different things.
Have we ever done any welcome card, signed by the board, welcome to school or welcome graduation position, anything like that?
Do you know of anything, Lorraine?
A formal thing?
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, when Kayla onboards them, she just gives them their little welcome packet. But we don't do,
But
other
nothing
than
from the
opening
board.
in service, that's when we, because anybody who's hired from the end of the school year till the opening in service will be recognized there usually.
And just to clarify, there are, for example, Gus Larson's the new tech ed teacher, that would be board approved. So anytime we issue a contract, a legitimate contract to someone, that has to be board approved, but our hourly staff are not. And if we have a new position, for example, you would hear about a new position that we would bring forward for approval. So on here, if you do see a teacher or someone that's licensed, there'll be, or an administrator or a supervisor that gets a contract, there will be board approval attached to that. But for hourly staff, like paraprofessionals, custodians, bus drivers, that sort of thing, those aren't board approved.
But we could look at that, doing something for new employees.
Yeah, I think it's a nice touch. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I think it's, nice little welcome. We can re-sign some cards, I think, so you have them, or maybe just for elected, or ones that go to the board meeting, but.
They do give a gift bag at the beginning in service for all new teachers and
But not
staff.
anything that's like signed from us.
Not
or,
from you guys.
You know,
I think that's nice.
just as we're, trying to do more things, why work for us, why be here. Nice touch.
That's a good idea, so.
I'll make a note and we'll get some cards, some St. Clair Falls School District cards, and have you pre-sign a handful of them. They can sit in the district office and we'll throw them in their welcome bag. They also get Saint swag, I'm not sure if you know that. So,
Yes, they should.
it's a pretty cool place to work.
Yeah. All right, any other comments or questions about that? If not, we will move to the board meeting. I'll call the meeting to order. We'll start with the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Matt Bryce.
Here.
Justina Rager.
Here.
Don Milky.
Here.
Jessica Milky.
Here.
Brett McCurdy.
Here. Matt, would you mind reading the mission statement and the rules?
Right, no problem. Let's see, so the mission statement. The mission of the school district of St. Croix Falls is to provide a supportive, student-centered learning environment that cultivates character, fosters academic excellence, and embraces diversity. The board meeting rules: focus on the mission, vision statements of the district, come prepared, be respectful of others, and open and accepting of ideas, actively participate, avoid side conversations, remember board meetings are open forum.
All right, thanks, Matt. We'll move on to principal's comment. We'll start with Mr. Wallace in the middle.
All right. Our 7th and 8th grade students had the opportunity to pack meals over at the fairgrounds with Feed My Starving Children this past Friday. They did a fantastic job. A big thank you goes out to Mr. Torres with spearheading the effort, organizing things for them. In conjunction with that, we did do a fundraiser with the middle school, raising money towards that. As a middle school, we raised over $1,500 to donate to the program, so the kids really got on board with it. So our 6th grade were the big winners for that, and they get a pizza party coming up here shortly with that. So as a reward for big fundraising effort on their part. Each of our grade levels has got some different incentives going on for the rest of the school year to help make sure that students finish strong, both academically and behaviorally. As a reminder, or as just a note, our 8th grade recognition ceremony is going to be the last Wednesday of the school year, Wednesday, May 27th at 2. We'll invite family in to be a part of that as well in the Fine Arts Center here. And then we are in the middle of interviews for our middle school special education position. We had those today, and then our 6th grade math will be interviewing tomorrow. So hoping to bring some candidates to the board at the next meeting on the 13th. So.
Very good. Do all the middle school kids go over to help?
No, just the 7th and 8th graders do the packing. I think in the past they have, and I don't know if it's a logistical issue. They weren't able to do all grade levels this year. They did 7th and 8th grade. So 7th graders went over in the morning, 8th graders went in the afternoon. So they did a great job.
Very good. Mr. Wilson.
Yeah, just kind of a review. In the last couple of weeks here, we had our tornado and severe awareness drill here. The state of Wisconsin shut their drills down because of the weather that was down in the southern part of the state, but we decided to carry on as we weren't affected by any of that. So one thing that we did this year is I worked with Mr. Brewer and Brian Werner to review our plan at the high school. As you've all been aware, you can see that essentially our high school building is underground. Yes, Jess knows.
Yeah.
We don't have windows. It's a pretty safe place. So we reviewed that plan and simplified where kids go. In prior years, they were going all over the place, going to locker rooms, and understandably so, because part of the building actually has spantry for, it's a bunker in the back set of the building. But upon reviewing it, we made some adjustments, and the kids are staying in classrooms, just simplified it. They're still underground and they're still without windows, so we're good in that. If that ever arises, we're in good shape. On the 14th, we had the 9th and 10th graders taking the pre-ACT. So we do a mini ACT version that day where we have the 9th and 10th graders in the building and junior seniors are virtual and stay out of the way, and we create kind of a testing atmosphere for the day. Our 9th and 10th grade PLC teachers kind of set up a system for the day to kind of really promote the test. And very, very positive feedback from the teachers and staff and test proctors. Seemed like the kids really locked in that day, did a nice job. So that system works out pretty well, and that gets them ready for the real deal ACT their junior year. And then lastly is just, here we go. It's the end of the year, and it's just hang on, and we're going for a ride. A quick summary: Heart of the North Scholar Athlete Banquet on the 12th, pre-ACT on the 14th. Dollars for Scholars at Scholarship Night is this Wednesday night. Next Wednesday night is our Academic Awards Night. The Wednesday night after that is the Baccalaureate. The last week for seniors is the 18th through the 22nd, and our seniors will be checking out midday Tuesday, and we'll do a cookout. We actually do a cookout here outside, and they'll eat in the out front here in the open area. Wednesday, their senior trip, they'll be going to Valley Fair, and they had enough money in their account to pay for tickets, which is wonderful. So that's really nice when they do when they've got some money left over to be able to make sure every kid can go without a financial burden at all to the kids. So then obviously graduation on the 22nd, and then yeah, prom was just this last Saturday. 150-ish kids there. Maybe you're going to talk about that. Are you going to say something?
Yeah.
All right, I won't steal your thunder then. So it was a pretty good night. There was a lot of fun going on. Kids are dancing nonstop. So that is the high school world.
Very good, thank you. Ms. Blatt?
Well, you can see the art show is set up. That we'll have an art open house next week for parents to come in the evening. Every 4K through 4th grader has a piece out there, and it's delightful. If you have a minute to look at it, I can never believe the quality art Mrs. Clemens gets out of those little kids. I mean, she's a genius. I don't know how she does it, but I know she's amazing because she sat down with the staff, and we can also make good art, and she's that's incredible. Our 4th grade concert's on Friday. Let's see, 2nd grade parents have on Thursday. We try and get parents into the school for each grade to do some kind of an activity every year, and it's 2nd graders do a variety show. So the 2nd graders will be with their parents doing that. Last week, was it just last week? No, you don't have a 1st grader anymore, do you? Yes, you do.
No.
You said 2nd grader and a kindergarten. Okay. Last week was the 1st grade where they did poetry reading, which leads into tomorrow, which is Poetry in Your Pocket Day, and every kid in the school and all the grown-ups have written poems. And we all wear them on lanyards and walk around reading poetry to each other all day. It's adorable. And some of the poems are awful. And some of them are genius. Really, I think that's all we've got. I mean, like Mike said, this time of year, everything's happening so fast. We're just trying to keep up. Nothing like what you got going on though, Mike, good Lord.
Did you say the 2nd grade parents are also involved in the show?
Yeah, no, the parents just come and watch it.
Oh.
You're not gonna get a bunch of parents to do a variety show.
All right, thank you, principals. We'll move on to superintendent's comments.
Awesome, I have several things for you because we are a bit behind schedule as far as the board meetings are concerned. As of the April vote, 74 referenda in 72 districts, and they saw a 63% passage rate, so that's down from prior years, but still indicating the need throughout the state of Wisconsin for additional funding. Unfortunately, as of today, still our legislature has not reached a deal on the surplus that they've talked about. One of the pieces that was had bipartisan support prior to them engaging in further conversation was the additional $200 million for special education aid to get them to get us to the 42% reimbursement in this year and 45 and next. That did not happen yet. So I don't know when a final decision from the legislature will be made in that regard, but it seems clear it's probably not going to be before the end of this fiscal year, so I don't know how that'll work. But any increase in special education funding would be very welcome. We were just notified today, there's something called Purple Star Schools, and that's a new DPI state-led program around schools that support military families, so those that have a parent that's deployed or those that are moving around as a result of being in the military, and the sorts of services and supports that we provide for the kids that are here in school as well as their families. So all three of our buildings, the elementary, middle, and high, all completed the application to be recognized, and this is the first year, the inaugural Purple Schools credential or recognition, and all three of our buildings were recognized. So the three of us plus there was only a handful of others, I think like seven districts total, and it's multiple buildings, but so that's pretty cool. We have to identify a liaison or a point person in each building that's going to be assistive in that regard to do outreach and so forth, and there's a few other things, training for staff and working with kids that have parents in the military, that sort of thing. So we're excited about it, and it's cool to be part of that initial group. The elementary school was recently made aware, and the district was made aware that they are yet again a school of recognition for the 24-25 school year. So I know for a fact that's at least 2 years running because they were last year. And I asked Rita, do you know how many years you've been a school of recognition? And she's like, I don't even know, we get so many awards. But of course, that's not being facetious or arrogant. That's just being like, I mean, it's crazy it's May, and she's an elementary principal. So I point that out because I found it hilarious. But it's awesome because we do have an outstanding school district and elementary school in particular, and I personally think it's great when anytime public schools can be recognized, the people that do the work can be recognized for the work they do. I think we mentioned it last time, but we're also a Gold Star school. That's a national recognition. And so we provided a bunch of treats, donuts and coffee a day a couple weeks ago for elementary staff as a result of that. So the cool stuff just keeps happening for the district and for the elementary. Lastly, I wanted to point out, and then I have a couple of things to toss around with you. But the WASB had shared a resource, and I had sent a copy to board members. I shared it with staff. I also shared it with our legislators. That is called Setting the Record Straight, Responding to Misleading Claims as they pertain to public education. If you hadn't had the chance to read that, I would welcome you to do so. If you want to have more conversation about how that specifically impacts St. Croix Falls School District, or if you're watching the stream or you hear about it in some capacity, I'm happy to share it with you and have a conversation with everybody in the community. Because I think it's high time that those involved in public schools, those that lead public schools and entities that are supposedly responsible, like the WASB for supporting public school boards, my professional association, WASDA, the Principal and Other Administrators Association, AWSA, I think it's high time we take a stand and do some things that actually change the tone of the conversation in the broader public. Because I do know the St. Croix Falls community supports our schools, but that doesn't mean that there's misnomers out there as a result of misinformation and disinformation specifically meant to mislead people or villainize public education. And it's frankly sickening, and I don't think we've done enough to stand up and say what the difference is and what's true and what is not true with verifiable data. As I just said, and this is just, of course, St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin, there's 3 things that have happened in terms of recognition of the work we're doing and intend to do with and for kids. Just because we're doing this work, those things are recognized, yet we'll be cast into a broad group and somebody at the state level or the national level talking about how terrible public education is and how much better voucher schools or private schools are. And so those aspects, I think, are super important that we change the tone in that narrative. So I just wanted to point that out. Staff members have access to it, our legislators, as I mentioned, and of course, board members to inform some conversations with friends, relatives, community members, constituents, whatever the case may be. Lastly, I put in the second to last technically, but I had put in the board update that the May 13th board meeting is going to happen simultaneous with Dance Factory?
Oh, yeah.
Is it Dance Factory?
Yeah.
Dance Factory practice here in the Fine Arts Center. And although we could probably make it work and use the room and conduct the board meeting in here, it's going to be busy. Kids and people coming and going during the board meeting time. So the question for the board is, do we want to preemptively, change the location of the board meeting and hold it in the media center or some other larger venue that's away from the Fine Arts Center? But then I would note that we would be unable to stream it for that meeting, which is not a requirement, but we've just been doing that. So it'd still be an open meeting, we would post it in an alternate location so that anybody that wanted to attend in person could. It doesn't appear that that board meeting is going to be a very lengthy agenda, because I'm planning on being gone at that time, as I shared with you too. So we would intentionally make it a very relatively brief meeting, but I think having it in an alternative location would make some sense. So I just wanted to get the go-ahead from you guys that that's okay to do, and if so, do you agree like the media center would probably be a wise choice? Or would we rather go somewhere else?
We've used that in the past.
Okay. So we're good with that?
Mhm.
So what we'll do is post the May 13th meeting to be held in the high school, middle school media center / library. And we'll get it set up so that it's a reasonable kind of format and we can conduct business. But as I mentioned, it should be a fairly brief agenda. I know there's going to be a couple of hires we want to make. And that's one of the reasons we want to have the meeting regardless, is to get that inked so that we can lock down some staff members, and then there'll be some miscellaneous other stuff going on there too. Okay, perfect.
Will it be just then a board meeting, not a committee portion?
I'm not certain yet.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll put it together when we get closer to that time. You guys will know in advance. Either way, it shouldn't be super long. Then lastly, I just wanted to double check, Jess, you said you wanted to do, I'm not putting you on the spot, I promise. You said you wanted to do the virtual WSB board member orientation, and did you get a link for that meeting?
No,
You did,
it's
okay.
tomorrow.
We're gonna have to, it is tomorrow at noon, but I assume they'd give it to you preemptively, but you haven't seen anything? Okay. So what I'll say is if you don't get that link, let me know, because I guarantee there'll be recordings out there and you can watch it on your own accord. It doesn't have to be tomorrow. All right, perfect. That's all I have.
All right, thank you. Are you ready?
Yep.
You gotta turn your mic on.
All right, so it's been a pretty busy couple weeks in the high school, and we just had prom on Saturday, which was a lot of fun. And Mr. Waltz, he brought down some kids on Thursday and Friday state FFA. They participated in wildlife management, meat judging, and dairy handlers. And last week on Sunday and Monday, Miss Imhoff and Miss Eisman, they brought a group of students down to a state student council conference. And I believe there was a band and choir concert too. And for sports, softball and baseball have been going strong. Track, they just had a meet on Friday, field events, and I believe our one on Thursday got canceled. And this week, we have track at Ashland on Thursday Ashland. And we're pretty much just buckling down for the rest of the year. We have AP tests coming soon, so all the kids in AP classes are getting ready for those.
Very good, thank you.
I forgot one item. Can I jump in again?
Yes, you may.
Because this isn't obvious enough, I missed it. So the district was recognized by the NAMM Foundation as 2026 Best Communities for Music Education. So I wanted to put that out there. The music folks got together and completed an application process, so it's cool for them to be, and the district and the community be recognized for that. So I didn't want to sell that short. I apologize for missing it.
Thanks for remembering. Board members, did anybody able to attend any trainings in the last couple of weeks? All right. Move on, that doesn't look like there's any public, any more presentations. All right, so we'll get down to the, basically putting us in positions. The first thing we'll vote on, I guess, is the president position. So we'll take nominations for the president.
And then my friend.
Nominations. Nomination for Brent McCurdy.
I'll second.
Do we have a second? Any other nominations? All right, then we just vote on it, right?
Technically, you have to call for it 3 times,
Okay, any other nominations?
and I know it's ridiculous, but you do.
Any other nominations?
There you go. Now you can vote on it.
All those in favor of Brent McCurdy as the board president, say aye. Aye. Opposed? That motion is carried.
I'm stuck in the,
I get to sit by you another year.
another year.
All right, so next we'll take, I'll take a motion for the vice president position.
I nominate Tashina.
All right. We have a motion by Matt for Tashina.
I'll second.
We have a second. Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Any other nominations? All right. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion is carried. We'll take a motion for the clerk.
I nominate Dawn.
All right. We have a motion to nominate Don. Any seconds?
Second?
We have a second. Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Any other nominations? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is carried. Well, now I'll take a motion for treasurer.
I'll nominate Matt to be the treasurer.
I already filled out the paper.
We have a motion by Don for Matt Bryce. I'll take a second.
I'll second.
We have a second by Jessica. Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Any other nominations? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, our board is set. Thank you very much. Moving on, I will take a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make the motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Okay, we have a motion by Don,
A second.
second by Tashina. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried. Next is the athletic code changes, which was in our, we talked about at the last meeting. It was very minor. Any further discussions on those questions? All right, I'll take a motion to approve those.
I'll make that motion to approve the presented athletic code changes.
A motion by Tashina,
Second?
second by Matt. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried. Next is the vote on the 2026 FFA Canada trip.
I'll make the motion to approve the 2026 FFA Canada trip.
A motion by Matt,
I'll second.
second by Don. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Do we have any announcements?
No.
No? All
We'll
right.
read those when Ronnie's gone. Who now reads the announcements? Whose job?
Mhm.
That's my job. Okay.
There's none to read today.
Right, I just, I'll know for next time.
Next time, yeah.
So I
Of course,
make
if
sure
there are no,
everyone's in.
but of course, if there are no announcements next time.
And I don't actually get it.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
All right, we have a lot of, as Mr. Wilson, everybody kind of started talking about all the upcoming events in May. It'd be great to get board representation at as many of these as we can. Is anybody available to make the Dollars for Scholars banquet?
I plan to attend already, so I can represent since I'm already going.
Perfect. Thank you. And then the next one would be the Academic Awards banquet on May 6th. I will be out of town, so I won't be able to do that one. Can somebody else?
I can attend that one, or do you want to
We can have more than one, we don't wanna get, well, we could technically have more than two, but just keeps it under that quorum thing.
Yep, we just have to post it, which is no big deal.
Yep, all right, so that one, then we have our regular meeting, and then we won't be able to make the baccalaureate, is our meeting. We could be down in time to go down there.
Matt, are you going on the 6th or am I going on the 6th?
Oh,
And if I went, it would just be a duplicate, so I'm considering it because I've got some travel coming up again.
all right, after our board meeting, I could go down to the baccalaureate. If anybody else wants to go, that's fine. Okay. All right, so that one's set. Graduation, I do have a nephew graduating, so I will be there. And we typically have 2 board members. We don't have to have it figured out tonight, but if somebody else wants to do that one.
I can attend if no one else.
We can get that one figured out.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, but I'll be there for sure. Would like to be up on stage. All right, we have the 8th grade recognition at 2 o'clock.
I can do that.
All right, Matt, thank you. Then we get to our next board meeting. All right, sounds good. And then keep in mind, the June 1st one, that's kind of the CISA one is where they kind of go over, here's what we do, and stuff, right?
Yep.
So anybody can go to that one?
What's that?
We have to register. for
Yeah, people want to attend that, they do have to register.
Is that the one with like the dinner and speaker and then a business portion? Or is that not the one?
This is probably the one where they vote on the representatives, right? I'm pretty sure, because we just had one there where we had a dinner and
Yeah.
a speaker.
It's not that. Is that where the delegate attends, Lorraine?
I'm gonna go to my email, so it would be up on the screen.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think that's where the delegate attends. Let me double check. That's me. Yeah, well, on the website, it just says annual convention, which is what it says on the agenda.
When do you need
It's not
to-
pressing.
Yeah, when do
I was
you-
just curious.
When do you have to register by?
I'm looking right now. Okay, so what it is. Oh, yeah, the Board of Control holds its organizational meeting.
Yes, and that is the delegate.
Um,
Annual delegate convention, questions, so that is, yeah, that's their CISA's organizational meeting. And each district is a member of CISA sends a delegate or a representative. I think last year, no one was able to go.
May 21st is the deadline, so you have a month.
Okay. So think about it. I mean, I think I can go, but if you want, if anybody else wants to go, that's fine too. We don't have to have that figured out tonight. All right, moving on. Matt, would you like to discuss the rules of the meeting?
Sure. All right, so we focus on the mission and vision statements of the district. We came prepared. We were respectful of others and open accepting of ideas. Actively participated, avoided side conversations, and remembered board meetings are open forum.
Very good, thank you, Matt. With that, I'll take a motion to adjourn to executive closed session pursuant to section 19.851 and F of Wisconsin statute.
I will go ahead and make that motion to adjourn to executive closed session.
A motion by Tashina,
I'll second.
second by Don. We'll do a roll call vote.
Matt Bryce,
Yes.
Tashina Rager,
Yes.
Don Milky,
Yes.
Jessica Milky,
Yes.
Britton Purdy.
Yes. We are in closed session. Thank you, principals. Good luck
Thank you so much,
in the
Laura.
last month.
Welcome, Jess.